their support. So can we give them a big round of applause for the support that they give us? All right, so this is the last day of the air show, and I just want to thank a few special people that really put a lot of hard work in making this a success. So first off, our air show team. They have done a fantastic job of pulling all these performers in. They've been working on this for about a year now. So if you see them out and about today, please shake their hands and tell them thank you. Also, our vendors, our sponsors, our performers, our air boss, Dave Schwartz and his team. Thank you for being out here today. And then last but not least, and probably we're going to switch over here. Probably the most important are our volunteers. These are airmen who have taken their weekend to be out here to make sure that you are safe, and they're doing everything from medical support to directing traffic to security to taking out the trash so that you guys can have a fantastic event. So if you see them out there today, please drop by, say thank you, shake their hand, and I guarantee you they'll be interested in telling you what they do day in and day out here at Dover Air Force Base. So thank everyone, be safe today, have fun, and enjoy the show.
How about a big round of applause for Colonel McDonald and Mayor Robin Christensen, I'm sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, high in the sky, way up there, where are they? How the heck can I use an airplane that big? But yet, I do. There they are. We got about 7 minutes to the opening here, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to kind of gas and warm up a little bit here. That's Rob Holland trailing the Golden Knight C-147. Now, if that airplane looks familiar, the C-147 is actually based on the de Havilland Dash 8 commercial airliner. It's a little twin-engine regional type, very popular. Rob Holland's airplane, on the other hand, is a one-of-a-kind design and specifically built for him. It's an NXS RH. Right, of course, here's the Rob Holland. The reason is that they don't want to high airspeeds when the Golden Knights finally do leave their jump airplane. The faster you go when you bail out, the more it hurts. At least that's what I've been told. So you slow the airplane down a little bit, makes things easier for the jumpers, and also helps to keep them from scattering. For those of you who have never done any kind of skydiving,
your flights simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. The smoke trail each jumper leaves in the sky is created by 2 ATT to continuous for 90 seconds. The jumper attaches this turbo. The jumper does what is called a the jumper keeps it close on the moving side.
We got a heck of a sound crew up here working with us today. They're working very hard to make sure that my voice is out there causing hearing loss, not to mention all the music and everything else that goes on here today. PA system.
Outside the lines. I forgot what B-52 looks like.
We were going to be able to get the show in. Looking at the weather earlier this week, it just hard. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, geez, all we're going to do is go out there and get wet. Well, we caught a break yesterday, we caught a break on Friday, and today, we're in the wind. Yeah, we got a little clouds, but it's not raining. We'll take that. And the temperatures are nice. We're not sweating out here. You are staying hydrated correctly. Make sure you stay hydrated very All right, now what's going to happen is the Golden Knights are going to go over and they're going to do a streamer drop. All right, the streamer drop's already done, so they know what the wind is doing, and we're just going to go away.
Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
Maybe he's the test guy.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you, and her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
We're like
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, Detroit down to Houston, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, raise the roof. Perfect. Stand-up landing by Sergeant First Class Brandon O'Mara. Our nation's POW, MIA flag, on this, line 938, free fall parachute jump. I will describe for you today a demonstration of precision free fall as performed by members of the United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. At this time, members of the Golden Demonstration Team are high overhead and are distinctively painted C-147 jump aircraft at an altitude of 6,000 feet. The jump master is looking actively for the aircraft. His hand is outside of the ring of the cone through a series of hand arm signals, relaying heading directions to the pilot, maneuvering the aircraft to a precise exit point for the jumpers. Watch closely and you may see the nose of the aircraft move slightly left or right in response to the steering instructions. The aircraft has been slowed to a safe exit speed of 120 miles per hour. The jumpers are out and the smoke is on. We now have two jumpers in free fall, rapidly approaching speeds of 120 miles per hour. They will separate and prepare to deploy their main parachutes. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. The smoke trails each jumper leaves in the sky are created by two M18 red smoke canisters, which emit a continuous stream of smoke for up to 90 seconds. The jumper attaches these to one foot with a specially designed bracket and then ties the lanyard to the activation pins. By pulling on this lanyard, the jumper can activate his smoke immediately upon exiting the aircraft while in free fall or under canopy. In more conventional Army units, these same smoke canisters are used for ground-to-ground signaling devices, ground-to-air signaling devices, or screening devices to conceal troop movement. At 1,000 feet, the jumper will do what is called a wind penetration check, gauging his speed and distance across the ground. He will then fly a downwind leg, a base leg 90 degrees to the target, and then face into the wind for a final approach. The jumper keeps a close eye on the wind sock located in the target area. Once he's on final approach, he will shift all of his concentration to a small black dot in the center of the orange X. As he approaches the target, watch the minor corrections used in order to obtain a beautiful target area landing. On this next pass, you will see the dramatic flow that you have ever wondered what would happen. Watch closely because you are about to find out. If you want to know more about the U.S. Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights, search for us on social media at Army Parachute Team. And if you have any videos or pictures, tag us at Army Golden Knights. And wait momentarily for this jumper to exit the aircraft. The jumper is out and the smoke is on. This is a perfectly good parachute and can be landed. However, the jumper will reach up and release one side of the parachute, causing it to malfunction. he does, he will be accelerating earthward at speeds in excess of 80 miles per hour. It would be impossible for this jumper to survive a landing under this parachute, so he must release it completely, return to free fall, and open his main parachute. This is the same procedure a free fall parachutist would use if he were to have a problem with his main parachute. The reserve or auxiliary parachute used by the Golden Knights is also a flexible wing glider such as the one you see here. However, there are some differences. It is white in color, has a slightly smaller wing surface area, and a much greater forward speed of up to 30 miles per hour. This allows the jumper to make it back into any tight situation, such as a downtown intersection or a major league stadium. While each jumper will pack his or her own main parachute, a certified parachute technician must repack the reserve every 180 days, whether it is used or not. The parachute you see floating earthward will be recovered, untangled, and hooked up to use again. If it does begin to float towards you, please do not attempt to catch or retrieve it. Our recovery team is on its way. The parachute has 7 openings in the front, which allows air to be forced in, inflating this flexible wing glider. You may notice the tail curl under. This slows the forward rate of speed and reduces the rate of descent. The United States Army Parachute Team is comprised of mostly non-commissioned officers. The 89 men and women of the Golden Knights do various jobs throughout the military. The skilled 3 years on one of the 5 major sections of the team. Our administrative support section contains the offices of the command, operations, logistics, parachute maintenance, and video Our aviation team flies and maintains our two C-147 jump aircraft and our 3 UP-18 fighting twin arms. Our competition section has 2 teams, the free fall formation team and the canvas filing team. The team performing for you today is the Gold Demonstration Team. Looking high overhead, you will see our bomb burst maneuver. This is our salute to you, to all of you attending today's performance. Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is completed by pulling down the front part of the parachute and spiraling down at speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This allows them to set up landing patterns much like you would see aircraft at a busy airport. These jumpers train year-round on piloting their parachute, but they always seem to do better when they can hear the roar of a beautiful First State Air Show crowd. Make some noise as they bring it into the target area. The parachutes used by the Golden Knights are flexible wing gliders constructed of lightweight ripstop nylon with an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper pulls down the left steering line. To turn right, he simply pulls down the right steering line. As the jumper is near the ground, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. As he brings it over the target, dead center landing. And not to be outdone by the jumper in front of him, the next jumper shifts all his concentration to the target for another beautiful Target area land.
Enjoy the tacos.
Looking high overhead, you may see two canopies that are very close together. They're performing a fascinating sport known as Canopy Mountain Work. They attach our 900 square foot Army Star drop flag. That's larger than your average single bedroom apartment. These jumpers are now orbiting their parachutes earthward and reaching